actually, it's so much different to drive a monster truck, because when you go over two sets of cars or one set of cars, whatever the case may be, it's never the same pass twice. It's always rougher, it's different, the truck's pulling different every time, the truck may fly different every time you jump a set of cars. You don't know how it's going to land. It's real similar outdoor racing to drag racing, except obstacles. Drag racing, you go in a straight line, you go fast, but most of the time it's just a straight line and fast, where monster trucks, you're in the air, you don't know how the truck's going to come down, you don't know how it's going to react, and you got to be ready for all of that.
Your average pickup, it's a 1950 Chevy delivery panel, and the unique paint scheme on it's really an eye-catcher for the fans and stuff out here. We run a rear engine. A lot of guys are switching over to the rear engines because the truck is more stable on a longer track, and we've got these 18-inch custard shocks that are really makes the truck ride a lot better than the old leaf spring trucks back in the early days. Easier on the backbone.
What makes Great Digger so special?
Probably the way we drive it. We just get out there and put on a good show for the fans, you know. Without the fans, it wouldn't be us, and we just come out and on the edge of out of control, you know.
Here comes Gravedigger! Off in the air! Oh, how many people like Gravedigger?
Snakebite's a very unique truck. Not only the appearance of the truck, but the driver as well. Colt he's a different kind of guy. We're more or less rivals of Bigfoot, but we also have to work with him a good little bit just because we're both sponsored by Ford, we're both sponsored by Firestone, therefore there has to be a certain amount of work between us, even though that's not necessarily we like it all the time. There's a lot of hard feelings.
Swinging it around. You guys want to see more?
body. It's got a custom tube frame on it. It's got 1,000 horsepower Chrysler engine.
Mine's just gonna kick some tonight.
Jeep. Jeep wrote the book.
Way up in the air goes Kimasabi. Good job. How about a hand for Jack Brady?
We're going to try pretty stiff competition here with Gravedigger and Bigfoot Snakebite. This is our new truck. This was built last year. It's has coilover shocks, more race shocks, rear engine, 572 cubic inch Ford engine, 1,350 horsepower. A track like this, we should be able to give it all it's got, and we'll see how it goes.
What's it gonna take to beat these guys?
Just cutting a good light and hammer down.
Up in the air like a flying object. All right, Fisher is burning up that raw fuel. And I believe he'll take his second pass back by. All right, let's go flying with the UFO. Up in the air.
This is a Liquidator Ford with a 466 cubic inch alcohol injected motor. It's a 94 Ford truck, GTS fiberglass body, and we got this thing camouflaged so we can sneak up on the competition and really kick some butt.
Steps to follow in. Let's see if he can do it. Up in the air, good one by the Liquidator. Almost going over. All right, these guys want your applause, that's for sure. All right. Give him some encouragement as he comes back by the Liquidator. Mike Wells ready to go back over. All right, those cars are thoroughly crushed.
It's an old freestyle type truck. It's more for car crushing and indoor racing. The outdoor racing takes a lot more horsepower and speed. This is a hot setup here.
But this can do some crushing, huh?
Well, definitely. It's pretty to look at. People can relate to this truck. It looks close to what they drive on the street.
Up in the air! How'd you like that? A hand for the Keystone Crusher! There goes the cone. Here comes the Crusher. Up and over for Brian Mummer. The hand.
Well, for one thing, it's a Dodge, and there's very few Dodges that are running other than Fred Schaefer, and I think there's one other one, so we decided to go with a Dodge and to get some fan appeal in that area. We've run pretty good. We've only been running for less than a year now. We were running a lot of the indoor shows during winter time in Landover, Maryland, Hartford, Connecticut, and places around like that, and we've improved the truck, and we've gotten better. We actually beat Gravedigger in Landover, so that was a pretty exciting experience to do that.
Right up in there with the double double. Hey, you kind of crept up on the cars, but there's some power under the hood. All right, the Devil's Dodge trying it again. Good run for the Devil's Dodge, Gary Bruckner. But Snake Bite makes the run. We'll try to get the word from the officials. Keystone Crusher. Makes it easy over the first set. Up in the air over the second. The green light's on. Up goes Bigfoot. Up in the air over them all. There's the green. Here's the Dodge. Up in the air, the Devil's Dodge. And goes flying. UFO went flying. tonight?
Just got to give it 110% and just push it to the floor. Give it all it's got.
What'd you do differently that you've not done in the past?
Well, we just put a bigger motor in the truck, and I'm getting used to it. So you have to just get used to the truck, driving it, because everything comes a lot faster.
I noticed you had a slight edge getting off the line. Do you think that really helped?
Yeah, I was just waiting for that green light. So as soon as it looked like it was going on, I left.
What's in your stomach at that point?
Well, basically, you're just watching the light and just hoping you can keep it straight. I mean, that's all you're concentrating on.